The Sims team have done an official challenge to hype up the latest pack and latest Sims 4 summer season for your chance to win a copy of The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature. EA want you to share a garden you've designed on their Discord, and if they like the one that you designed, then you're gonna win the prize. Of course I'm not gonna win it. They hate my guts. That's my fault for not giving every single pack at least an 8 out of 10 in my reviews. Oopsie daisy. But we're going to be doing it anyway just because I think it's a bit of fun. Today's video is sponsored by Instant Gaming. On Instant Gaming, you can get popular trending video game releases for insane prices. There are huge discounts on all games, including brand new games as well, by the way. I actually put off working with Instant Gaming for 2 years before I did actually work with them because I was worried it wasn't legit, but it is legit. As you can see, you can get popular Sims 4 pack releases for pretty much 60% off here, guys, which is insane. I'm going to put a link in the bio of this video and pretty much every video that I do with my link to Instant Gaming, so you can get really great discounts on any video game, including Sims 4 packs. And by getting any games through Instant Gaming, you're also having to support my channel, which is very much appreciated. So thank you very much again to Instant Gaming for sponsoring today's video. So this is a lot that I built earlier, and this is a part of my ongoing Sims 4 save file where I've designed every single lot in the game, but I've only completed it like 80% and you got to finish it off. So if you want to find this lot, by the way, type in Sandy Runs Satch on the gallery as a hashtag. In fact, for any lot, by the way, in the base game world, Oasis Springs, the New Crest and Willows, whatever that world is called, I forgot. Type in the lot name as a hashtag plus Satch, and then you'll find the little templates done for every lot. So I'm going to use this one I've created and actually attempt to turn it into a garden, which is what they've suggested. So this can't actually be a park anymore. It's got to be a garden. So the kids' play area has got to go. Nobody likes kids here anyway, do they? So we'll get rid of that. We'll have to do something else with this little area. Maybe we could do some kind of pond or something cute. I'm sure we'll think of something. Do we want to do like a lake thing? I'm thinking we do. Just a tiny little one. I really hate doing water in The Sims 4. I find it so difficult for no reason. I don't know if anyone else just like really struggles with doing water in this. Oh God, I don't know if anyone else struggles with water in this game. I just can't handle it. I don't understand how it works. I'm thinking we've done an okay job. I'm going to use this like moldy floor so it gives the, is that moldy? Just so it gives the impression that it's wet. Does that make any sense at all? And then we can choose some cute water like this as a garden space. I think that's right. So I actually quite like this tree that comes with the eco lifestyle pack, although there is a much nicer tree, by the way. So if we go into debug and we sort by the outdoor retreat game pack somewhere, see, look, this tree, I much prefer it to the other one. So maybe we could use a tree like that here, you know? So it forms like the entry, because I want it to be like a chill garden. Do you know what I mean? And seeing that we're here, we may as well use some of the outdoor retreat debug as well, just to decorate the place. I kind of like that it comes with these fences as well. So it looks like an older park garden fence. See, that's a cute vibe. I like that. Again, debug, this stuff comes with the get together pack. I really like debug for this kind of stuff. I just feel like it makes it so much easier when you're trying to do builds. So I like the idea of using these bigger bushes as well around the edge here, just to hide everything off to make the place feel a bit more cozy and enclosed. Although, as I said before, it's not like I'm winning anyway. So maybe we don't need to, I laugh my head off if I won. I don't think we need to be putting too much effort into all of this, do we? I often do get criticism. I think one of the biggest criticisms I get in a lot of my videos is, Satch, don't you think you're being kind of mean to the Sims team or something whenever I criticize The Sims 4? Genuinely, I don't think I am. At the end of the day, The Sims 4 is a video game by an absolutely humongous company. EA is huge. When you criticize a consumer product, you're not criticizing necessarily the people who made it and saying how bad they are at their job and how unskilled they are. That's not all it is at all. I can understand why they may take it personally, because from their perspective, they've put, you know, their heart and soul into it. But from my perspective, I've put my heart and soul into working, and The Sims will cost money. So there's also that element to it too. I always try my best to make my criticisms of the game very clearly about The Sims 4. I've always said on my channel, don't attack individual members of the Sims team. You can say the Sims team as a whole is doing a shit job. That's fine, because that's just opinions. But when it comes to saying mean things about individuals, that's where I'd say draw the line. But fundamentally, you're as a consumer, you're allowed to criticize a consumer product. That's why I don't have a problem personally being critical of the Sims team, because I do think the Sims 4 is heading down not a very nice path in terms of its goings on. And I think it's really important to make that clear that a Sims 4 expansion pack that's quite shallow is the same price as like a full AAA video game. And it's just absolutely abhorrent. And I think it's important that we do make it clear as consumers that their behavior towards their consumers is abhorrent, because then that's how you bring about a more positive change to the Sims 4, because the whole gaming world knows that EA's cash grabby, and they know that the Sims 4 is one of their biggest cash grabs. Anyway, at least we can do cute things like this. I actually haven't put any plan or thought whatsoever into what I'm doing. I'm just making it up as I go along. It's supposed to be a garden. It didn't necessarily say like a garden where you do gardening. So it could be a community garden like this. So I really like the idea of having a lot of these like light up trees in the garden. We could even have the Christmas tree, or is that a little bit much? I think that's a bit much, isn't it? So I think it's like a cute little entrance. We're on the right track here. I like the idea of using these outdoor retreat fences just to give it a bit more rustic look as you go in. I think that's really cute, isn't it? And I like that we've got a different color here. So it's like a bit of a hodgepodge of different pieces of wood put together. I think I'm going to get rid of this specific toilet to change it to a different one. I think it would be a good idea to put an outdoor loo like this. We should have done this on live stream. Actually, okay, on the subject of lives, I am toying with the idea of potentially going live every weekend. You guys let me know how you feel about that, and I might give it a go. The reason why is like I do not do anything with my weekends. But obviously, like one of the luxuries of being a YouTuber is that I can do what I want when I want. And on the weekend, it's just so busy out and about in town and stuff. I don't really like it. I prefer the comfort of just like, you know, walking out into town on a Monday or a Tuesday and it being quite quiet in the shops. I do really like that. So that's why I like to do stuff on the week, and then in the weekend, I don't really do anything. So I thought maybe I could stream. That would be a fun idea. So as I said, you guys let me know what you think about that. I did do a building on stream once. It was actually quite chilled. A lot more people than I thought joined the stream, which surprised me because you guys know I'm not really a streamer, so people don't expect me to go on live. It's normally just like an extremely spontaneous thing, and I always get it wrong. I remember the last time I did go on live stream, I kept like accidentally setting it as like a preview or something. Like I kept doing it wrong. Like I couldn't get on live because I was being so stupid about it. So I think it would do me some good as well to learn how to stream. I'm like one of the only content creators that just doesn't do it as well, which I feel like needs to change. Also, another cool thing about streaming that I would love to do is that it's not just The Sims. Like, you know, a lot of streamers, even like Sims streamers, they don't always play The Sims. They also do a lot of other things outside of The Sims in their streams. So I think it would be nice for me as well to maybe play other cozy games, for example, when I do live streams. Like, I know it's been done to death, but wouldn't it just be fun to like start a new Animal Crossing island again or something? Like, I know every single streamer does that like every other week, but it's different because it's me and I'll make it funny. So that's something that I'm considering seriously. Maybe I could re-download Disney Dreamlight Valley because I haven't played that since it first came out. I thought it was kind of crap, to be honest, but maybe it's gotten a lot better. Who knows? So do we just pop a load of sunflowers in there? Is that what it would look like if you went into a sunflower field? I wouldn't actually know. Never been in one. Should we put grass down here like this? Is that what it would look like? The horse ranch grass maybe looks better. Another idea, the whole YouTube thing, like merchandise, for example. You don't see me doing merch, do you? I don't do a lot of things that most YouTubers do. And I would like to break out and try something new. The only thing is I'm such a perfectionist. I was thinking about merch, but then I thought like, I don't just want to have like a t-shirt that says something quirky on it about Shanice, or a notepad, or a coffee mug, God forbid. I want to do something special. Like, what about SatchOnSims, a scent, a candle, incense? What if I made my own jewelry that was like inspired by Shanice and things? Like, there's so many things that go through my head. Like, I want to do this, want to do that, but I don't know realistically if it's possible logistically, because I'm just not good at this stuff. Because I wouldn't be able to go to like a standard merch store and be like, can you do this for me? I'd have to find a proper place, but then I would never ever dare. I would not dare make AliExpress, Temu, made in China shit. If I'm doing merch, it's going to be locally made. There's going to be a huge export cost to the US and the EU. It would end up being really expensive, but I would just want to go out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to go out there and do something big and bold. I mean, if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Anyway, we've got a little seating area here. I don't want that bin there. Should we put the bin like here, somewhere ugly? Do we have an outdoor barbecue? Would that be a fun thing to put out here? I'm not too sure. I guess we could do. I'm also thinking we actually have a chess table out here too as a community garden space. I like that it's just a bit of a mishmash right now and it's not very well organized. I think it's quite reflective of me. I don't know, because I don't really ask them, but I get the impression that a lot of YouTubers maybe script their videos and stuff. I just can't handle that. I do not understand people who script their videos and things. Like, I don't have the patience. I just find all that stuff quite difficult. I wish that was me. I wish I was capable of doing things like that, but I'm just not. Even videos that honestly should be scripted, that you would expect to be scripted, I do not script at all. Anyway, guys, do you like how I put the lights on the fence like this here? I thought that was quite cute, don't you think? I'm pretty sure there is a fence that actually comes with lights that would have been a lot easier than doing this, but I quite like the way that this looks. And these objects are actually like only visible from one side. So from the front you see it, from the back you don't. So because you don't see it from the back, it means you do have to put it on both sides. That's fine. I just think it looks, I don't know, really cute actually. The only thing is you can't really shape these in a custom manner. So I can't like free rotate it, unfortunately, meaning that I won't really be able to place it on these fences, which is a shame. I have to find something else. Oh wait, this one freely rotates. Could I pop these all around? Is that a vibe? Does that make it look better? Like I want it to kind of look like I've just woven the little lights inside the fence. So they're not like officially supposed to be there. I've just like woven it in and out of the like wooden fancy bit. If I hypothetically did this in real life, I think it gives off that impression. And I'm kind of thinking we keep editing it now at night time so that we can see it all properly. I like this pole thing that came with the outdoor retreat pack. We pop that there in front of the loo, and even just like little lanterns like this. Although this is a fire, I'm going to get rid of that. I like these firefly ones actually. These are really cool. So I'm just like sectioning different areas off and then filling them with different things on the inside. There's not too much thought going into it in a purposeful way, not too much thought, because that's what makes these kind of gardens look a bit more special. I want it to be messier, like a messy garden around the front. Messy around the front, neat around the back. Nobody wants to rim a hairy asshole unless you have a fetish for it. Nobody wants to swim in a dirty pond either. That's why douching's very important, by the way. Sorry, I'll stop. So I'm really excited actually to do this like neat little bit here. I'm actually thinking we make this area the community garden, because this whole area is a garden, but obviously we want to have like a garden where you get to do actual gardening in it. So I'm feeling like after we've done some landscaping, we'll make it so you can come in here. Oh God, I'm really not helping myself with all the innuendos today. If you guys do want some goss, like I have been a bit of a whore since I've moved into my own place. I think it's just exciting, like moving to a new place and being a slag. Do you know what I mean? I feel like for those who get it, get it. I like being a slag sometimes, as long as you're safe, okay? Everybody gets STIs every now and then, but there are some gruesome ones, which is why it is important that you get the correct vaccines and you wear condoms and you also take PrEP if you're at high risk of HIV. Other than that, mate, do whatever you want to do. So I don't know if I've spoken about this on this channel or if it's just something that I've spoken about on my vlog channel. I think I had either chlamydia or gonorrhea, I forgot. I have also had crabs. I've had genital warts. Not that one was probably the worst, I would say. Have I had any other STIs? Not that I can think of. I think I've had like thrush, like in my mouth. Wherever that came from. It's not that bad, guys. You do need to get tested and you do need to use protection. And as long as you do that, you can do anything you want, as long as everybody's consenting and happy. I don't know why the conversation has taken this turn. No fucking idea. It just did. So this weird little bit, by the way, I just want to say at the back with like the rocks, I'm actually thinking we turn this into like a little alcove thing. It's just like a, I don't know, like a shed building, okay? And then we can actually put stuff inside of it. Maybe like some of those eco lifestyle planter boxes. There we go, with like cute little lights like this. We've also got this building here, which we haven't addressed yet, which we will do something with. I'm liking it from the front though. I like that it's messy and unkept. And when we go into nighttime, it's like you're walking through the night garden. Something that I did not consider that we should consider is under pond decorations. No, not, I think lily pads would be tacky, but I like the idea of using these handles on top of the water. I think they make it look a little bit more cozy, don't they? And add just some kind of ambience to it. We pretend it's not a safety hazard. Also, under pond effects, you can add things like fireflies. These are technically pond effects. I don't know if you know, but if I place fireflies here, when your Sims actually like walk around here, there will be fireflies that spawn. It's really, really cool actually and in depth. And like you can put fireflies near the water. I like to put fireflies near fountains and things. Tadpoles near the edge. It's definitely like makes a big difference, by the way, guys. So yeah, this is quite chock-a-block full of stuff. I think the last thing we need to do in this specific area is actually just add some cute little lights around, just so that your Sims can see what they're doing and where they're going. Other than that, I think it looks pretty cool. So let's move on to the actual garden. So immediately, I'm actually thinking we pop the eco lifestyle things in here. Do you know these? Maybe we'll put 2 actually, just 2. Oh look, we can use a community board. I know this is like a ranch one, but could we pop it here? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Okay, we won't use it. It was a sweet idea. Can we use this wedding arch? I know it's supposed to be for weddings. None of us play this game anyway. Okay, we just enter build mode and that's all we do. What if we do a wedding arch thingy like this? That is a good idea. Yes, it is. It doesn't exactly match the other fence. That's fine. That makes it look really cute. Actually, I'm happy with that. I want to add some roof solar panels on this because we are eco warriors. And I was today years old when I found out these have different swatches on them, which is very interesting. Can add a wind turbine on the roof. Look, the Henford. We could use the Henford upon Shagley wedding arches as well. No, look at these around this. Okay, as I said, guys, we don't play this game anyway. The build doesn't have to actually function. It just has to look pretty, and I like those there. And then, okay, I got distracted. This little like outdoor shed thing, I think we should put the flower arranging table out here. That would be a fun idea. And I'm thinking that we use the werewolves planters. They look a bit more rustic, don't they? Although, seeing this area looks like it's new. Do you know what I mean? It looks like it's kind of built up. So maybe we don't do that, you know. Maybe we go all out there and we use these kinds of planters as if we were building an allotment. Or is that a little bit too much for this specific? I think that's too much. What I'm thinking we do is actually just get the good old base game planter boxes. Nice and simple. We'll use a couple of the more circular ones as well here. Also, I'm thinking like this white fence around it, the base game one, it looks pretty crap. I think we should change it to something cuter. So I've taken the metal one from Get Together. For some reason, my game does not like being in gates. It's very, very laggy when we look through the gates. So quick, okay, we'll save before it goes wrong and then we get out of here. Oh no, it's not, oh no. This bloody gate, I'm sick of it. It's so buggy. It's, oh no, I've lost my progress. No, we haven't lost oh, thank fuck for that. This is the community garden bit, all right? This is where we do the gardening stuff. Do we change the lot type? A community, oh, we don't want to do community space. That will fuck everything up. I think we should do a small business venue. Yes, I do. Because the business activities could actually be like using the flower arranging table, doing some gardening, like playing chess and stuff. So that'd be fun. And then we have the indoor bit here. So I actually have a plan and it does involve using the Sims for Businesses with No Hobbies expansion pack. We could, okay, have an on-site cafe. I think this is cute. Look, we've got some little cakes here. I like this a lot, I do. Look, there's even a functional cooler here. Should we put that in the corner? That's really cute, isn't it? Okay, shut up, I'm getting distracted again. So we can, look, we can have the little cafe bit here, right? And then we'll have like a little counter set behind and we may as well have a coffee machine back there as well. The game won't actually let me set business units, like staff versus regular areas for some reason. Maybe it's glitching. So for now, we just have to leave it like that. And I don't think realistically Sims are going to be using this area that much. Well, we don't really want them to anyway. So I'm thinking we just add a couple of tables and chairs. I feel like whenever you go to a community garden in the UK, at least anyway, the cafe bit is always really shit and overpriced and just not very good. So keeping up with that kind of tradition, I feel like it would be good to kind of keep it in that sense and not have very much in here. We just add a little table service mat so they can read a little menu on the tables. Other than that though, it's purely, this isn't really going to be a space that will end up being used, I think, that much. In real life anyway, that's how I would see it. So we just kind of leave it empty-ish like this. Might put one little table and chair just here in case you want to have a cute private date. That's quite a nice idea. So if you have a community garden, do you need anything else? Like, it's self-sustaining. Okay, the wind turbine is a bit pretentious, but we've got the solar panels here to power the cute little cafe. It's a business slot. We've got the shed with the planters and the flower making, which is quite fun. Underneath the kits, we do have the Greenhouse Haven kit and we also have the Blooming's Room kit. So I might use both of these for decorations. Like, look at this little decoration here, for example. Obviously, this would work perfectly in a place like this. Hang this little potted plant thing from the roof here, like these cute little touches. A little potted plant on the staircase here. So this helps to definitely make it feel a lot more alive. Oh, look at this. We can pop this around the doors. That's really fun, isn't it? Just thinking, let's like move. Can I move it along? So there's two. Yeah, that's cute. Oh, I'm liking this actually. Putting all of just like the random potted plants around the area, making it look a lot more cuter actually, isn't it? Oh, I'm happy I came up with that idea. And obviously we've got the little decorative things as well, because you'd expect to find this clutter in a community garden, wouldn't you? So yeah, those have made it definitely a lot cuter. So this is my cute little garden space, guys. You have a place to sit, eat. There's a cooler. There's a bar. I'm getting rid of the barbecue. Yes, I am. We don't need that. Because we've got the little cooler and we've got the cafe. And then this is where you shit. This is where your Sims technically can get married, but I probably wouldn't bother. At night time, it's really cute and it's well lit and well decorated. Everything. Okay, the garden's not lit. It doesn't need to be. Everything else looks really sexy. Absolutely love it. The interior looks pretty fucking horrendous. So this is where you've got to use Get Together and you've got to use Dine Out. because it comes with some of those like restaurant signs, these kinds of packs. So we'll have this little cafeteria sign up there. Everything else is quite open. What I like to do for single length windows is size down this blind object twice, and then it just fits directly on top of the windows without fully covering them. So we'll do that up on here, and then we can use the bigger ones on the doors. So I'm liking the way this, how do I submit it? Oh my God, I'm submitting it. I piss my pants if I won. Watch, I'll end up winning, and then somebody from higher up would be like, Satch is not allowed to win this, like it's not happening. We have to do a freedom of information request. So how do I enter? I would show you, but like, sorry, I don't want you guys to see my Discord. So we're just gonna have to listen to me and trust me. Post your garden in hashtag The Sims for Garden entries using this format. Nickname, description, gallery ID. Ironically, it doesn't actually say post a picture. I don't want to post it in there because I just know all of my haters, all of my snot-nosed piece of shit haters are in this Discord. I just know it, so I don't even want to post it. So I think I'm just gonna get bullied on there. So I won't. Do you know what? Okay, I'm telling, right, you guys have my permission to steal this and pretend that you made it. You have my permission to steal this, pretend you made it, and I hope to God that you get a pack with it. So, okay, let me move my head out the way. So if you want to take any screenshots now, so you can post, because you don't actually have to upload it on the gallery, you see. So take some screenshots now. So you can basically use this if you like and say, oh, I made this. This is my submission. In reality, you stole it off me. But you could win. You never know. So take this little stuff here, upload these screenshots to the gallery, say that you made this, okay? And then you got to beg the Sims team for a free pack, or however it works. So we're trying to get a few different angles here. We'll do one big angle on top as well, just in case you wanted one, I don't know, up here. Satch's Community Garden. So you can nick it if you want to. Again, let me know how you guys feel about the idea of me doing a live stream, by the way. I'd be very, very interested to know how you feel about that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one.